Yay. Again. So ST. It's like a live stream. Ano kay kampanya igimadzu. Palau. Okay, wait. It's like Instagram. It's like YouTube and much also the Instagram look we be button. All right. Right. Half the day. Todos hamzu bueno hudzung estigi un nuevo episode Fanachu. Wahui host midzu talo si Michael Hambavakwa. Zan gov magov zu esti un dunklu na onra. It is a great honor to have with me Guahabisita Guini night. Zan esta para hamzu hagas na fans para Fanachu. For those of you who have been fans of Fanachu for a long time, you know we often do Fanachu virtually. We're in Zoom, but we rarely do in-person interviews. We rarely do in-person, but today we are doing an in-person interview. Zan estina tauta un magalahinay gi komunidata un kabatzero un gof metgut na tauta magahit sa atani tatok taunya gof metgut na tauta hungan kare gi hinasok ko kare lako hadzi un metgut na Chamoru gi minagat humudzong nai y posicionia y literatura estina tauta si Señor Ron Acfalle. Hungan, zan gof magov zunay na maktu gwini magis oh man. Gof bonito ibedanya si Señor Ron gi comunidadta para isakman you know muna dadong kulu itiningota i kapasidadta put i tumakta sinay seafaring, canoe carving, navigation, todo SDC for decades. Si Saina Ron Winnie Nai, Adzui Tetsonia, Adzui Izonia Passion Nai, Megay Corazonia Podesti. And Gov Magozuna Matu Guini Nai, Palestina, Pasukasikinia Hasanganiam, Niestoriania, because Este Saka in 2025, he has done some amazing things. Sen bonito, sen donklo, sen magas historic navigations and historic canoes. And so Magov Zunay Nagaigi Gwini, si Senor Ron Acfalle, so that he can talk to us about this. Senor, buenas.
Buenas. Kampunas Jesus Mas Simige non convido, Magov Shinitaku. Yeah.
Ganun. Senor, could Senor introduce myself, por favor?
Wahun si Ron Acfalle tatamalesu, sumasagaw ginulo tamuning, lo ginin Buddhisti Shebidadaw na ray tataw biyo manayangan ni manatomalis siya ni man taga sa man pescador sa maguftumupulitasi sa my passion was called in for that purpose, so that's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Though I've been practicing the traditional seafaring since the day my son was 6 years of age when we built the first canoe back in 2007. And sailed the voyage, the first maiden voyage to Rota with the late Manny Sakal. I got the knowledge from the building of first canoe through him, and I was taken by that. I felt like there was a calling after that voyage coming back from Rota, and since then I kind of left everything and focused 100% on this particular calling. So that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm kind of like even amazed at the things that are happening, but took a lot of courage and a lot of sacrifice for what we do for the seafaring.
Si Diyos masi, Senyor, hunggan then Paraguay can engulf inspirational na istorya mo. But also how now you've worked with so many different groups and really sa hunggan Huhasu estina grupo siha Huhasu azu. I remember that voyage.
Mm-hmm.
And yi estina sakan matay unun at sa luta si Sandra, no?
Okay.
Para adzu na tau ti mahasu adzu an otro na hinano sen importante na para tau adzu na hinano para luta isaina. Kosinuan sangani hami hinasomo. Can you tell us a little bit more about your experiences on that, especially as sa comunidad tau ta sangani a Josne para si Sandra is dinasakan.
Well, when we had finally completed the building of Sina, Manny asked me if I'd be willing to put a crew together, or Chamoros that would be willing to come with us on this voyage. So when we were doing the blessing ceremony, Sandra was around, and I knew Sandra back then, a little bit of her, because she'd come around to do some interviews with Dr. Cunningham. But getting to find out that she was also her mother is from Nalesu, Tunisia. And that day when she came out for the ceremony, is when I asked her if she wanted to join us on this maiden voyage. And since then, we took that voyage. She sailed up with us and then flew back because we had to exchange with another female to come back down. But that voyage was very exciting. It had and very touching in the very beginning when we were sailing out. It was close to getting dark already. It was already around 4 or 5 o'clock around that time. We were maybe a good 5-6 miles out of northern sight, and we spotted 3 sperm whales that just were heading towards our canoe. And wow, we freaked out when one of them came out and spotted right underneath the canoe and right next to the side of the canoe, and that kind of felt very touching. That it felt like our ancestors actually was welcoming us back again, for something that's haven't been done in over 250 years. So when we went up to Rota, I never visited. I've been to Rota once, but I was very young. We didn't get to do any historical visit. But my son at that time also voyaged with me. He was only 6 years of age. He refused to go to school until I said yes, that he'll come with us. And so I had to bring him with me at the age of 6. His name was Sewralur. So after that voyage, after getting there to Rota, him and I went into all the different sites and location, and I was just seeing faces. And my son touched me because he allowed me to be a part of this. Him and I shared the same, and that was the beauty. It was Luta that took a hold of me, and then I think that's where the calling started. And then coming home was another venture. But from then on, I was not worried about anything from then on. I just wanted to come back home, left my construction business, and then started strict 100% with my kids being my giving me the permission, saying that we'll support you, Dad, 100%. And I just decided to go on that voyage for since then till now. Now my son is 23 years of age, and he's still here. He's still hanging out with me, and we still sail. And so that story of Luta was the starting of my journey and my calling for our traditional, for our culture. And since then, I've kind of been touched, and so I feel a lot of things were going to come my way. Yeah.
Oh, si Diyos masi Senyor. Desti ipinatgon mo ko insistente esti gwinaid esti passion na pericultura, but ko guaha kaleng gifino English an epiphany pericultura kaleng ko like sumauna how di grupon baila ko guaha interest mo but carving man lalaswe ko desti ngayon na no insistente esti I connection mo pericultura I acids and un mention na guaha pescador gi familiar mo lo desti ngayon na matono esti samids and gwinaid
Well, Gistiani, when antes de Simano Gimelita, I was just mamians and Statabi, go crabbing a lot, to Malalaza, Saro, Wawa, to Matitizi. So I was always right by his side, and, my grandfather was a seafarer. He was known in Malaysia to catch fish, and people will wait for him to come home. And then my mother told the story, and she'd be crying because she had to scale them and start cutting them up and get it ready for those who were already waiting outside the house to buy fish from my grandfather. So, I felt really proud. I watched him as he was building a small canoe, and a lot of it came from Tata, and then after coming out of the military, Samano, who we started in 2004. I mean, 1984. Yeah, 1984. We started Tautano with Frank Probone. We were the pioneers. So that's when I got into the culture, my love for the ocean, Tagisha. That's when I started getting into the Chamoru I didn't know. We weren't given the language. We weren't told. We were told that at least on my sibling side, that learning the Chamorro language would not make us become successful. I was totally against that in Matutati, so I decided to do something different, and that's when I entered Tautotano. The language started with me there, and then I was slowly moving into something. Lopudi Zaune Musa Canal. I loved building. I was a contractor for 13 years, and I built homes and stuff, and I really loved working with my hands. So Pudi Zan the mix between the language, my grandfather and the ocean going, and me returning back to the ocean again with the voyage in 2007, and the knowledge of constructing. I wanted to take it to the next level. In lenguaje, hiningi, todo siya historia ni antes, todo siya dokumentun gini ni Mark, pudi, i-design, i-setman, sa siya ni patitinas antes na. All those, really took passion to call me. It drew me back to the ocean again, and that's how I started. And continued on with wanting to continue on with where I'm at, what we want to do, and then form the organization Urita. The word Urita, everybody knows where that comes from. That's the intent is to teach, is to take that and bring it back. Now my son is, Zomalang because he's young and he's probably the youngest for the organization, but he's got the most experience and often, and he's always with me and. He's always in the canoe with me, no matter what. He always hung out with me. So the amount of hours he has spent is the same amount of hours I would have spent other than the voyaging to Pagan with the Bogart from Germany on his fiberglass canoe, and then voyaging to where we're at now.
Did you did you find that so para mega na tauto na imam pioneers imam fofona na tauto na fiho na kalang maput sa yotro tauto ki mo comprendi na banti man kinasi na alphabet mo or sa ilek mo na sumaw na hagi tauto tano siyempre guahat sa moro wina champu ilek niya ti bailan sa moro na or no ibotsu adto ha ibailakta or I jitterbug adto ibailakta ko un experiencia no lo qui pari canoe pari sakmans and esti gua tauta makasi amzu ilek niya what I ride Continental Airlines tibe usano or hafa I set binesti galaidi I pristi su tibali esti este guaha United Airlines importante ko gua na yung experiencia now
okay there's always repercussion to a situation, and there's always something to come back with on that. And then bulan biyahe no experiences in an occasion in that, but try to stay calm and ask yourself, hey, do you know the history? That's the start. You to historial, and then maybe what you should do is learn about the history of our seafaring people. And that'll probably, kind of give you a better feel of how you want to present yourself towards the culture or the things that we're doing in the Chamoru way, because what we're doing is not something everybody does the same way. We're doing something unique, a design that is unique. Our Chamorus were known for many things in the ocean, what they can do and what they were able to do, and so, when I get questions of that nature, it's really very easy, and just say, look, if you know the culture, you will understand what I'm trying to do. Though very rare. I mean, very rare. 90% of them are just flabbergasted about seeing a canoe in Tumon Bay. They just amazed. They touch it. They feel honored. They don't even ask questions. So, but I know that there's questions, and maybe even people from the outer islands have questions about it. But and it's only right. Everybody should should question the idea, but it's very easy. To me, the best way to do this is to do your research. Just go to Guampedia and ask about canoes, and they'll tell you the reason why we're unique and very different. It should be very easy to answer most of those questions.
Again. And so what the Chamorro canoe in particular, so there's, of course, Micronesian style canoes, Chamorro canoes. And so what do you find special and unique? Because I think in recent years, more people are inspired by, of course, the sakman, the canoe. And so
Right.
what is important, inspirational about the canoe?
Yeah. Well, the research that I have done, and that's really made me Banidosu, is what the Europeans. I'm not going to talk for them. They're the ones who wrote it out. They're the ones who wrote their thoughts, what they saw, what they witnessed. I'm just repeating what they have seen and what was written on documentary. And the beauty that makes us unique is that our canoe were known, recognized to be a fast canoe, and that's why they call it the flying proa, which was what it was. Is what they saw and what they witnessed. What made it very unique was that on the leeward side, it's flat where the sail was at, and where the sail usually is mounted, and the sail holds the wind. On the leeward side, it's flat. On the windward side, where the outrigger is at, it's got an oval shape in the middle, like a belly. And it's like cutting a boat in half, and one of it, and that half side is straight up. It's where the board comes straight up, and that makes it unique. It's like the same thing as you look at an airplane wing. It's flat on one side, and it has a round curvature going up. That's wind lift. That's how they lift. That's how the plane lifts itself up with the wings. But that was wind aerodynamics. We already mastered sea dynamics thousands of years ago, and to recreate that's not it's not going to happen in 20 years of our lifetime. It's going to take a lot more to understand how they actually did it. But we're doing that to understand how our ancestors even sailed on it. Then later on, learn how it progressed in speed, learn the size of the sail. All these things are of learning. But I am not going to repeat or say something that was not said 300 years ago. These were documents that were thought about, that were written by the Europeans as to what they saw of our traditional Chamoru canoes. And that's where I will end off in, is that we were known for them, and they had recognized the Chamoru sailing canoes as the flying proas because of the speed. And and that's how that was recognized by us as the flying proa, or throughout all of Europe. But they knew a canoe that was fast, and it was from the Chamorus that they recognized it.
Again, I think it's for me, it's important that we remember that, because I mohon hafa masusedi nai, angin, timan ma onyo hit, timan ma hoxi hit nui tau sen hitso. Angin adzu i flying proa i nakmanta, ta guur adzu, zapues ta usa i tiningu san hitso, zapues ta adapta, timalingo, no ta adapta, da hungan, syempre guaha karetan gekpo, wini, gitsa guaha. Flying cars.
Right.
Syempre, esta guaha Chamoru, manununu. Giza ipila. Hungan. So, it's so important that we remember that,
right,
our people, Gifinomuna, had advanced understandings of things,
right,
and we were sidetracked.
Right.
We were put in mafasangi gestin abanda sa i otro tautau. Again, zaniha i tanota, zaniha i anteta para i religion ni kanay. But now, Paugo sineta comprendi bali atu preciso atu.
Right.
Zan gi ibidamo una latla tatlu atu. Again, za dinansi. Zahunay na befaisen how nu estis guaha esti donkulo na competition giza tomhom na but tourism, economy and tourism. Zan hafa sineta tsogwi, hafa para tsogwi. Lo hafa engin masuporti esti i grupo mo, otro grupo siya zan guaha sakman siha. Zangan man matu esti biahero guini gitanota zan mali i guaha sakman siha. Zamali, wow. Zahungan kalangman mas gas na klasin tau hit. It elevates our status. And so, malago to humungo ki hinasomo parena. What if instead of, because esta para how long, i tau guini, especially i manakilo guini mafafata na where America's day begins.
Right.
My bira mangi para guahan, it's like Las Vegas para Mamborocto.
Right.
Or like Waikiki for those that can't afford to go all the way to Hawaii. Basta.
Yeah.
Support Guam for the Chamorro, for the Guam. And so I wanted to hear your thoughts on what if Tumon Bay had canoes like Sahungan, Basing on else, when I have been passing by and seen ulitaw there, ganda niya itawta.
Good. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
esti.
Right.
Bonito to esti. So,
Right.
malago to humungo ki hinasumo pa rin ako.
Yeah. Well, totoo niya, sa piscina, this has been a dream we talked about, maybe back before the pandemic. But the thought of having our canoes, because Tumambe was where we liked it the most. One in Gansa put there, it's very safe by Manhobin Seni, Pagu Pumatutun. It's safe for them, Sagayisan and Matingan, right? When we're inside the reef. So it's easier for them to adjust and learn how to sail without having to, to have any incidents where they might fear more when they're out in open ocean. But Tuman was always a sight. Tuman was beautiful. In Tuman, we saw a lot of eyes opening. We saw a lot of people who will come out of the water and just say, you look at that, look, I mean, we get a lot of tourists who just all they do is just they'll be snorkeling and then they'll just stand up and they'll just stare at us as we go by. That felt really good. We felt very very good about that. And in my mind, I was thinking one day, if everything goes well, I'd like to see where we can have first the high school students or first the villagers to come out and teach the villagers and get a group of people from through the mayor and say, hey, kosinyo na famato siya ito tomu zabi fanui tamanu man matinas sakman. And after that, each village, 16 villages, right? And then get 16 hotels, get the 16 hotels to sponsor the village. Now you've got the village and a hotel. You've got this camaraderie, this unity of now our villagers are going out into the tourism and helping and showing the Unui Kultura, the ihiningin ni Chamoru, and at the same time, the learning of that canoe and the teaching and then taking tourism, just inside the bay. At saka isa na lang may bay, isa na lang may matingan, they get to ride it. Whether it be for 10 minutes or 5 minutes, there'll be a maze of that. Imagining 16 canoes sailing up and down Tumam, every day inside the bay, brings a lot of eye opening and it starts the culture there. To me, that starts dancing, that starts weaving, that starts all that we can bring down to the hotel. So when you have the sadzane and you have Galadi and people come down for that and come from places, that would attract, would bring even more of the artisans to be in the hotel and be a part of the culture exposed in the tourism area. I think that's a beautiful a beautiful sight to have.
Oh, si just mastis comfort me. Ugof comfort me. Zahu no idiom. And so mega na tauto ma guys ti pop. Zan mega malago tumungo mas na put eno i stand historian na hinanalmo geste Palau para Taiwan and Tati gi ukekasu Alingano
Maisu
Hungan. What's it called? Ginigiha Sesario Sewralur the Hungan. Mega na tauto men into the south put esti. So wow.
Yeah.
Hungan. So put for what? Sanganiham Taimanu na Manasauna, yes, this Hogwa Itzamoro, no? Para esti. Then so Pinat Palawan, Gua Otruklasten, Tauta Micronesia, Lugwa, Tauta Taiwan, Lokwe Suma. So
right.
Wow, so Sanganiham put esti.
Well, we met Cesario during the presentation you held down here at the museum with I think it was True Guampedia, and it was with Grandmaster Ali also. And I went down there, and that's how I met them both. And then from then on, we kind of hooked up. And then Uh, that was February, and then around April. I mean, this was the year before when I met them, and then I was asked in September of last year by Cesario, message by Cesario, if I would like to go on a voyage with him to Palau. I mean, from Palau to Taiwan. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. Uno puti siniteko said, this is an opportunity, for and what to mom no. I was a little scared. I've never gotten anything that far, right? And then, I just kind of waited for a little while before I had to answer him back. And April was when things were going to start happening of this year. So I answered him back and I said, yeah, I'd be honored. Eventually it took a while, to find my courage and to find my true meaning for wanting to go on this voyage. I couldn't just be getting on it. I didn't want to just get in and become a crew. I wanted to get in there for a purpose, So I need to find that first on myself to whether I qualify. Set limit to be on a voyage like that. You have to have a lot of knowledge. You have to know the ocean. There's many things. It's a long distance. It's 1,400 miles of open ocean. It's not, tihehe, stiti pareo, tinestino, tafanlad, ladza kulu saipan ng magi, no? Bulad, tres na isla, paulo, and so kaso, no, bumabay, tempo, you can always go right into the island, hanalum, tinian, dun sa ganay, is the kimamalik tempo, right? But when you're in open ocean, you're in open ocean. But, there's nothing else you can do other than just fanaytay, mananata, dun faces zuzo night on them, that's basically all you could do. No, I took the offer and I was asked to come in April and we went in without knowing anything. Menezuela, nothing. This is a double hull I've never written on. We never rode a double hull Hawaiian style canoe. The way the mast is set up is not tipareo than what I've been grown up to doing and teaching. So it was going to be a big learning experience for me. Everything from learning to being a part of it and learning fast. You got to learn quick. You got to be on the draw, or else malingon alamo if you're part of the crew. But we had a group, Cesario's son, who was also a master navigator. A few of his boys who are from Satawal, uh, um, which I'm honored to be with them in the crew. And then we had Andrea, who from Saipan. Uh, Chamoru lo, sumagan Saipan for a long time, and then another Carolinian lo atunga from Chamoru lo. He was in Saipan. Adalak si Cesario Papa Palau. He went on that voyage too, and then a gentleman from Andrew from Palau to represent the Palauan people. So, and of course, Timothy si Wayne Arubay. He is also a master navigator trained by Cesario. So we sailed up. Tinakay, 14 days pa. We went through a lot going up. The weather was not nice, but we 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 went through it, and we were hard. We were very strong. It was Cesario's strength that we carried. So it was beautiful going up. And in my voyage throughout that, it was very nice. I get to learn how I got the opportunity to sit up on the front, and when this wasn't my shift, I'll sit up and kind of listen to the ocean, try to see if anybody or the spirits will talk to me or whatever, right? Or I just sat there and just kept to myself and tried to listen and see if there's anything that will echo into my ears. Oh, masangal niyo, hoy, boy, kung tungo, ko si magalahin si. I was hoping I would hear something like that, Lamont, and I never heard anything. So I just closed my eyes and I kind of listened to all these things. That in making this voyage, it was like asking myself, how far is that engine? Taza manglo za mogama hamzu giuzum padeste gites afa za tresties taza manglo za mangagama hamzu giuzum afa punsobi. those are things I started to ask myself, and how would I have done this? But and I learned a lot. I learned a lot, and I've learned so much of what I would have done as I again. So kasu kokani famila, how would I prepare myself? What would I have to do? What would be the turn if I have to make a turn, and where would I go? Jiki siya todo ni na fan manintio gyal tasi. Uso suda usa shinti imanina. A lot of it kalampina. But so, no, I don't know what they're trying to tell me. I have no idea. No, I feel that energy from them. Ji hiningin niya or kalanmanins kagayuno. I'm not sure what it is, but I know I felt a lot of shinti spiritu ni maninata siya. That's about it, and it made me strong enough. But good to like no, it was very exciting. It was not only exciting but scary. That man now giving a guy in many ways. So we overcome, and we had a beautiful time learning from each other. But the voyage was 14 days, and then 31 days coming back down. So we were going against the wind, and that took a long time. When I finally got home, when we got back to Palau, hasta malago babiano pati pagwam sa sta suno itasi mga muli talo tasi for another 20 days ang isinya. Por favor, na saga gala mi masya gala to the saga 9 for a while sa woo. Tao create myself na hit na tinagaw get go out there. It was a strong, very, very hardcore voyage, and I just wanted to go home. When I got home, Taza Sumaga, 10 days later, beat out Tatiolo, Taiwan. I was invited to go up to Taiwan. It was already agreed that the project was, when they saw me up in Taiwan during the voyage, they were already asking questions as to where I'm going to stay. And I had no idea that it was going to happen right away. The government approved it right away and said the Taiwan Indigenous Bureau, after seeing me being up there, I think they made the decision to go ahead and approve the grant, the approval. And then 10 days Sagawa, Guam, and then I went back up to Taiwan and started the project. I've never done it before with, Tazanaman Usal, no cedar wood, no Nahazusian and Tronco. And everything was new to me. Where to get supplies, where to get this, everything was so new to me. So experiencing the beginning of another journey, which is to teach the indigenous, the Tao clan, which are they're from Orchid Island. It's called Lanu in their language, and the Amis in Taiwan, the Amis tribe that are indigenous of Taiwan, and one of the biggest tribes in Taiwan. Learning from them and understanding some of the things they say, learning languages from them, and then teaching at the same time. Work 7 days a week, sometimes 8 to 12 hours cada dia. It was taxing on the body, lo. Tumaba, magnishin titikulay sa the indigenous that were there, including some of the Taiwanese who wanted to learn, were very motivated. They got my motivation going. They got my spirit going. And we built, in 4 months, we built a 41-foot traditional Chamoru style asymmetric design sailing canoe. That's the first project. In between that, I was asked by Ali and to see Rita Nauta if we could come back. So Ali was going to be in Guam. Ali would like to ordain myself and a Taiwanese guy and 2 of his people from Namatrek to ordain me as a Poe and as a navigator. So after the voyage, I guess he kind of felt that it was my turn to. So I was honored. I came back on October, and we went on a 1-week excursion, and we were surrounded, and we weren't allowed to leave the circle. It's a sacred circle we stayed in. 4 days learning everything, the traditional art and seafaring through Grandmaster Ali. And I was taken by Grandmaster in the voyaging Cesario, and I'm ordained by Grandmaster Ali from Amateur. So it's the two Grandmasters that I know of actually took part in my life, you know. So after the ceremony of being ordained as a PO or a Master Navigator, I went back up to Taiwan and tried to finish the project. Because when I was in Adzugi, stay last month on November 19th, and I come home 7 days a week, 4 months, and that's all I did. And it was fun. It was exciting. It was more teaching and having the students that were very motivated to wanted to learn this traditional first ever in Taiwan to ever be built a traditional canoe in Taiwan. So we're on it now. We're just waiting for the government to approve the next grant cycle so that we can now take it out and sail and teach those who learned. Say Kananyane, Sumanog is I've already told that if I come back as Ansukaso by Bibiro Tini, ni Haji in para Haji ni Muazuda na Shabadi Fanag with Taimani Mulasa. They will be the first I will teach to learn because it's their hands, it's their kanay that got involved.
Ang ganun. Sino huna gi screen na ilatratu huna bisita hamzo na gi masakman gi kasi ki tapos niya za tikabala isakman na gi lo este gov bonito za kung ganun so kasi yun sa ganyan masilat mo na kalang nuevo po na klasen Hodger Cedar sa you know, Islas Micronesia mas tau sa
Dogdog,
you know,
Dao,
Hunggan
Zoga,
Hunggan lo Tadza Guihi.
Tadza Guihi. Yeah.
West Cedars and Huffa, you know, esta Podjun how, you know, esta mega Kodzus gikalolot mo para Hodjun ay lo.
Yeah.
Huffa na sosumo pagupit Cedar.
It's just Cedar nice. We did first a JML ago. I wanted to do a research on and study avna klase Cedar mamausa put half an hour so na para tausa Cedar like niya na sino antes na gisa China siya mausa sa paibat kunya. They were building ships with the cedar wood. It's called insect cedar, maagan. So when they found out that it was doing very well, they started planting them in Taiwan. Now there's cedars about they say there's cedars about maybe 12 feet in diameter, maybe over 200 or 300 years old, or no, they cannot touch that. So the ones we're getting are only like 4 feet, 3 feet in diameter. That's their own. They were allowed to harvest that at a time. So cedar is known for that purpose. Hopobina na izin across in cedar. That's only used for lumber. Mausa so para mambendin tagi 2x4 plywood tagi siya 2x4 2x6 is tagi siya para mankahat guma siya ni. But I'd never seen something like that of that magnitude to be of that size. Uno neganya fedana I tronkundok cedar. So making use of that was a very hard task, and we did. Finally, were able to figure out how to work with the cedar and make it happen. So we actually built the first one. It's indigenous to Taiwan. It's part of the trees that they grow, and everything that is done there is all indigenous. So it's all the wood that they feel is hardwood. Okay, I'll take it for granted it's hardwood, and we'll use that. We all know este ki tanagama so ko mus pat po gama tita tungo este ki matu dinora. So we'll know.
Tunggan. Na para para iman na tibon na taw-taw Taiwan, imeganya kaleng taw-taw i-exu, i-sabana siha. Logwaha taw-taw pat mas kaleng i-itasi, kantontaski na banda.
And those, actually, those na try, tiningo, uno i-tao siya maagang tao tribe, ita tao, siya tao. Gizalanyo or kiranan. Esta papoga mausay sa niya para manro na di maruro di dos kalantigi Viking ni IT Viking ni ko kalan pareo posisyon na ni Viking dan ni niya maruro una na tauton di po giniti dos poksay za poksay botin niya yochu sa mausa tio. Mausay tio para managama, magodi tio za managama pa manajizilazak po fananahuzong do falak ko zilay niya na manalazak huzong para pahulu zan kanton ni matingan hulu papa no di kanton ni matingan mana usa za manalalazak lo they're the only two that are known for living off the ocean. And the town, of course, all of us use the word mata. Sa siya kantodo siya imata. Lima is another word. The town, the one thing that muna magusin tekun siya na tautogis, right? Kada maliyo, mafifrisyo mama, right? Kada maliyo, etsali niya, mamaun. Look, ay, mamaun, mange. It's ilingwahin niya. So that's their, when they offer you bitter, they call it mamaun. Of course, it's tausa antes. Mangi mamaun boy, mamaunu. Mangi zokka, adin sumuli mamaun. And then there's a channel gizamaleso called mamaun. So it's not something that we think that in Taiwan they're all Chinese. Bula Shaman Tokto, Richinacha, Bula Shaman indigenous. Yamis, Samausay, Ipalabras, Anum, Kita Hanum. They use the word Hanum. We use the word Hanum, they use it Anum. We call it Salan, they call it Alan. We call it Hita, they call it Ita. And so there's words that are very similar to the Austronesian people that makes me feel like gan magay mangin itzu mangin itzit mangin itzuit. We need to remember that we didn't sprout out of the kanton gifuni panglao. We came from the ocean. So where did we actually come from? That made me start to realize that there's a lot of things that I need to do more research on if our ancestors did come from Austronesia, how would they have sailed to Guam? And I already know the answers to all that. So it's a lot of things that Fanachu nina fangwifyo nina manintil za bago sinya manliu. I can see it now. I can understand it as a master navigator, recognized by the by those who see that, and then as a voyager who has sailed close to 5,000 miles, and then being a canoe builder, and teaching the canoe the traditional way. I think there's a way that we are, as our ancestors can actually we can find the answer. Maybe help some of the scientists come up with a few.
Sidus Masti Senor, and we had a few questions,
Sure.
but then there's one main question. So we're almost out of time, but
Okay.
si Ben Lamlam sa Nicolas says Pulos Motnat sa Luran. Shout out.
Yeah.
And then Maria Hernandez says Hafade Uncle Ron, and her question though is, for those of us who want to learn about traditional navigation, how can we get involved? And she says, Sidus Masi for all you do for our island and our culture.
Well, we just since I got back, I'm just now putting together a small canoe enough to do some teachings. And so this weekend we'll be out at Matapan Beach. We've been doing it just last weekend. We're going to do it this weekend again. We'd like to invite Hajima Malago Manizak and maybe talk the history. We're up at SKC most of the time. SKC number 4, Hanomano Ulu Sinyong and Malofanogi Punas Mamatsai I Amut the Amut the signing Musai Amut Gumai Amut. We're right next to it, so you can see our canoes outside. We're willing to open up, but we haven't decided yet when to start the program until we get organized again, because we've been gone for a long time. 8 months, Guam, and now I'm back, and so I just need some time to get going. But yes, weekends, Sagit, Spiait, Papa, Giza Matapang Beach, Saturday and Disti Mamala na Sabado and Domingo. We'll be there. We can share ideas, knowledge, and then if you want, get you jump in a canoe and then let you feel what it's like to be on a sailing canoe and be with us so that we can teach. Zangin kineno pes para ako di posisti na pun nahinano. Sempia lon siton muday siton sagi sa tintun sagi za kamiketa kantuntasi nyonayan non kinini ninayan non fanyentip di posi iman manautotosi sa. Edza na sinyon sente zangin tanak mudayo son sagi espiritu ni manyanata siya. That's how you find out if this is truly for you or not. So you can learn all the language and learn law. If you don't sail, you're not going to be able to understand what it's really like to be part of what the voyages and the things our ancestors did. You think Moana was nice? We're much nicer.
Zahuan senor. And now we Hunggan ano mas maulik na sinangan pero hinitsum na esti. Hunggan. Si Zeus masi senyor. Hunggan gimana ka esti ultimo na episode para 2025. Hagway mas maulik. Hagway mas maulik na guest para esti episode.
Sana mas get.
No, hunggan zaho na be sanganyo gini fundo ni corazon si Zeus masi pun todo esti ibidata mo sa esta discutia stina giza Taiwan and Winnie Loquina giza Lupon. Maka destina totsu. Para hogo nai I pioneer adzusiha nai. Adzusiha I tauta makakat ga I baba, makakat ga I bandera. Zan sinya mali I mas I otro tauta. Makat adzu na bandera na babao. Sa otro tauta I like niya, basta ti importante ano para hafa esti. Lo hogo, hagas ka unli, untungo, bodily esti. Importante esti I cultura, I sazantasi. Todo esti ser pisi supers. By who tsogwi, by who sacrificia I champoku, I salafeku, by who committee familiaku, lokwi, todo esti here. Za todo I comunidad beneficio nai poder pi. Za pues o agradece todo I bidata mo nai.
Ganyan binagay Miguel,
Yeah. Plus, or no,
you still to closing for the English and the closing. No, this is not about me or Mananat. This at the end of the day for the English, this is about Paraham. We want to put this down to you. We want to give you this knowledge. It's not for me. It's for you. It's Dangin Malagam Zunu Samano. You're welcome with open arms. Don't be mamalo. This is what we're doing it for. We're here to share this knowledge, and when we share it, it becomes bigger. This is how we become the practitioners of the Chamoru people, our culture, and our ancestors. This is not about any individual. I'm just carrying some of their spirit, and that's about it. Gotta let it go and give it to somebody else. Adios, then situus masi, then sana masi, but I'm doing me. Pedia Manalit. Good job.
Se Deus masi, Senhor, se Deus masi, nós todos, adiós.
Adios.
Está aqui.
Está aqui.